Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of a series where I'm gonna look at a possible future for the world. If I sound weird, that's because I'm getting over a cold. Anyway, so the first event, we're gonna have the end of a war in Ukraine. And the reason this border looks weird is because I was practicing this and I messed it up. Alright, and this is gonna be the border that is created between Russia and Ukraine. And Ukraine is not going to be puppeted by Russia. They're going to remain fully independent, and they're gonna even join NATO. And the next event that we're gonna happen is the U.S. invasion of Cuba. Troops, it's pretty much just fly in, land in the capital. Troops pretty much just land in the capital, and then Cuba pretty quickly surrenders. And then Cuba pretty quickly surrenders over to the U.S. And at the end of this war, Cuba pretty much just has a pro-U.S. government installed. Yeah. And back in Russia, they are gonna finally annex Belarus. And over in China, because of some economic reforms in China, just trying out new things, North Korea is going to collapse, and South Korea is gonna move in and take this much land, and then China is gonna go ahead and take all this land. And this is what the Korean Peninsula is gonna look at the end of this partition. And once again, we are gonna see the U.S. invading a country in the Americas. And this time it's gonna be Cuba. Once again, they'll just land troops in the country, and then pretty soon they are going to surrender. And the peace treaty we're going to see for this is the U.S. regaining control over the Panama Canal Zone. I don't know exactly where that is. And a new government being installed in Panama. And back in Russia, they are going to invade Georgia, and they are just gonna have not that much difficulty. And for the peace treaty, they're just gonna fully annex Georgia. And so this is what Russia is looking at this point. And the U.S. is gonna threaten Denmark with an invasion, and at this point, they're just gonna give the U.S. Greenland because they're a superpower, and they've been wanting it for so long, and so at this point they kind of have to give it to them, and so the U.S. gets Greenland. And for the final event, Ireland is gonna get Northern Ireland. This isn't that realistic, I don't think, but it's gonna happen in this video. And I'm gonna end this video here, and there will be another episode of this, there's gonna be a pretty major event that happens, and I'm stopping this right before it. And I'll see you in the next video.